Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Geelong Zone. We're here for a watch along. I've started a little bit early, to be fair. This was scheduled for 3 o'clock Adelaide time. It is 2:35. But I'm in a good mood. Our watch along for the New South Wales versus Redbacks Sheffield Shield, and South Australia have dominated this session. It looks like this game was actually getting away from them. Constas made a good 40, and I think New South Wales were for 130 at one point. We've had an excellent session. We've taken 4 wickets, and New South Wales are in trouble. 8 for 188. A full South Australian team. They've got their test players back. Doggett and Carey. Head is in the World Cup, which is disappointing. Try to get a little scoreboard here. Stay with me, stay with me. And that's 4. Eight for 100. Yeah, there we go. New South Wales 8 for 1. Oh no, that is incorrect. That's a bit too much there. Yeah, so good session by the Redbacks, led by Liam Scott and Nathan McAndrew. Liam Scott comes in outside off. Stobo leaves it. It's a must-win game because New South Wales are second on the table. Sorry, they're third on the table behind the Redbacks. And if New South Wales win this game, with 2 games to come, it is impossible to make up those numbers. Other games going on, Victoria and Queensland. Victoria is completely on top. They've got that final. That final will be played at the MCG, or maybe not. Maybe it could be played somewhere else. The date for the Sheffield Shield is late March. There is 1 game played that week at the MCG. That's Carlton. It'd be interesting to see if Andrew Dillon moves that. That'd be very interesting to see. I'd be pissed if they're playing at the MCG because we could not have our Shield game last year at Adelaide Oval. And we had to play the Carlton Roll Oval. So I think it'd be absolute crap if Andrew Dillon comes out and says, you know what, yeah, it can be played at the MCG. But Victoria, Queensland are in big trouble. 8 for 122. So if Victoria win that, they've penciled in the home final. So just depending if Queensland, South Australia, or New South Wales will join them. Tasmania and WA are playing as well. They cannot make the final. So the standings are Victoria on 41 points, South Australia 25. Queensland 25 points, South Australia 24, New South Wales 23. As far as this game is very crucial for the Redbacks. Well, that SCG, absolutely nobody there. So yeah, Victoria. I think Victoria just needs to win this game against Queensland, and they're through to the final at the MCG or wherever. So that's their equation for Victoria, and the rest have to catch up. I think this is the last over before tea. Speaking of tea, I've got my own tea. And Lloyd Pope will come on to bowl. Spin. Nicely played. Get a single. So I am eating chips and gravy and a dim sim, if anyone's running what I'm eating. Full ball, nicely worked off the hips by Stobo. They'll get a single. They go to 190. Look, it's a well below par total. There is some grass on the pitch. The Pope comes in. Carey just deciding where the field goes, despite him not being captain. McSweeney is the captain. Length ball, good ball. Alex Carey, this is a full strength South Australia team minus Travis Head. So Alex Carey is playing. He's behind the stumps. And New South Wales are missing some players. That's short and wide by Pope and through cover point for a couple. 192. They fall off the over. That's short. That's garbage bowling from Lloyd Pope. What the fuck, man? And that will go for 4. That's short and wide, and that is the story of Lloyd Pope's career. 3 good length balls, and then a short ball right into the slot of the Hatcher. Pulls that for 4. Shit bowling, Lloyd Pope. Fuck me. This dozer still fucking bullshit. Six years we've put up with this guy. He got dropped. He didn't play in last year's Shield final for the Redbacks. What does that say? Surely he gets the message. He comes in again. 5th ball. Beaten. Good take. Good take carry. And that will beat T. That'll be T. Maybe I should have waited after T, but oh well. So 8 for 196. Well below par, but having said that, I wouldn't want to this tail to wag and get 230, 240. I wouldn't want that. Andrews bowled really well. That was a good session by the Redbacks. Because they had Constance in. Constance was on 40 not out. So a lot of starts from New South Wales. Davies got a start. Constance got a start. Arguably, they all pulled shots, to be honest. Look at that by Constance trying to just play a short ball, no foot movement. Davies again, short and wide, no footwork. So that's T. 8 for 196. We'll be back in 15 minutes' time. We are we are back. We are back. Sorry for the little delay. That was tea. Maybe I should have started after tea, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So New South Wales, 8 for 196. Doggett comes in. That's 4. Yep, that's a good shot. That's 4. 200 up for New South Wales. It's a good ball. It's been expensive today, Doggett. Really expensive. Yes, he's taken 2 wickets, but it's an average. It's 70. It's average of 35. Doggett comes in, played off the hips. It's 1. Come on, Lloyd Pope, hit him, hit him. That is out, I reckon. That's run out. They're going to refer this to the third umpire here, but that for me is out. That looked absolutely out. I'm that confident. I'm going to put 9 in. 9 for 202. Have a look at the replay here, but I'm that confident. That's out. Well short. Good work, Lloyd Pope. Having a look at it again. Picks it up, throws, hits the stumps. Miles out. Well done. Yeah, well done. So 9 for 202. In comes Hadley. Doggett comes in, way down leg side. Good keeping by Carey. Good keeping by Carey. Doggett comes in. Good ball, length ball beats him. Tail ender's not going to nick that. So there's actually no ball as well. So Doggett comes in, short ball, slow ball, edged, and just short of Carey. That was almost in slow motion. That was a genuine slow ball. It was that slow that when he edged it, it didn't even carry. Yeah, look at that. Tail ender's not going to get out to that. Just got to pitch it up, let him swing. Doggett comes in for his last ball of the over, short and left alone. 9 for 202. McAndrew, 4 for 23. Interesting to see who they go here. I presume it would be McAndrew. It is McAndrew. So I thought 280 is par. And they're nowhere near that. They're only on 202. In fact, it's at Buckingham, actually. It's been expensive. He's taken no wickets for 37. Not sure why they're not going with McAndrew. That's a bit weird. Henry Hunt warming up. He's opening next for South Australia. Buckingham wide and full. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. That should have been absolutely smashed through the covers and Hatcher got nowhere near that. It's a loose ball by Jordan Buckingham. That should have went for 4. Possibly even 6. Buckingham comes in again. Short ball. Still, that stayed a bit low, actually. That was pitched for a short ball, and that stayed low. It's one of these pitches where batting will get worse as the game goes on. This is a different Sydney pitch from the Ashes. It's got a little bit more grass on it. Probably a more traditional Sydney cricket ground wicket. Seam friendly. Back to Buckingham's dropped it. Buckingham has dropped it. Caught and bowled opportunity. And Buckingham's put it down. Oh, did it carry? Yes, it did. That's a drop. So Buckingham's dropped Hatcher. Probably won't make too much of a difference. But that's should have been really caught, to be honest, by Buckingham. He's not had a good day with the ball, and he's not having a good day with the field. Nothing angers a bowler more when you drop it off your own bowling. Remember, I dropped a catch off my own bowling once. Was not happy. I bowled it short and it absolutely got returned to me in interest catchable height around my chest. And I'll put it down. Buckingham comes in, edge, but well short of the slips. Nine for 202. Doggett will continue. Not sure why there's a delay. Just getting some sawdust on the pitch for the bowler. The Doggett comes in. Oh, passer slips for 4. Oh, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. Didn't even realise. Doggett didn't even realise. No one realised. Well, what's happened there? Has he hit the stumps? I think he's hit the stumps with his own bat. Wow, okay. Because Doggett went back to his mark and everyone realised that the stumps are gone. So what's happened here? He hit wicket. Regardless, it's the end of the innings. Oh, okay. So it's hit the inside edge onto the pad, and the ball has ricocheted from the pad to the stumps and just gone wriggling for 4. No one even realised he got bowled. Doggett just turned around and went to his mark. Anyway, New South Wales, regardless, are all out for 202. Long delay for Sawdust. McAndrew is the best of the bowlers at 4 for 23. New South Wales 202. Constance made 41. And we'll be back again in the next 5 minutes for South Australians innings. That's a really weird dismissal. No one knew he got bowled. So inside edge onto the pad, it's clipped the stumps and then gone for 4. Innings changeover. We'll be back again in 5 minutes. We're back from the innings break. South Australia will bat now. New South Wales all out for 202. We're going to check some scores around the ground as well. There is a couple of games going on at this point in time. Victoria and Queensland. Victoria completely on top. Queensland's Labuschagne and Khawaja is back. Labuschagne fell for 10, Khawaja 19. All out for 149 Queensland. Victoria are 1 out for 2. So it looks like a green top there. That is a green top pitch in Melbourne. What are the odds of that? Is that actually in the MCG? I'm going to go back here. We're going to find out. We're going to see. Is that actually at the MCG? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's the MCG. I think that's Grand Junction. Oh no, that is the MCG. They are playing at the MCG. Well, there you go. There it is there. Absolutely no one there. Well, that is very interesting because if they have a Shield final there, which looks like if they win this game, they will be in the Shield final, and it will be in Victoria. They've got, it's 7 points for victory. They lead by 20. So basically, even a draw would put Victoria at the MCG in a final. But interesting to see if they actually get that final at the MCG because South Australia could not get a final at Adelaide Oval because of the footy. So I think it would be hypocritical if Andrew Dillon puts this game at the MCG because the week of the Shield final is on Carlton play. So if he moves that Carlton game to the Etihad, I will be fuming. I'll be absolutely fuming. That is not even for me. Also around the ground, WA versus Tasmania. This is kind of a dead rubber, kind of. It is lunch. Tasmania 3 for 96. Jake Retherall top scoring at 44. So that game doesn't really matter for points. But yeah, so South Australia 2 batsmen Henry Hunt are coming out. Henry Hunt and Connor McInerney. New South Wales are not playing a full-strength team. There is no Nathan Lyon. He is injured after doing that hamstring in the Ashes. Mitchell Starc is not playing today's game. I know Josh Hazlewood was training with the team. He is not playing. He will go on a plane to the T20 World Cup. And there is no Pat Cummins. I think Mitchell Starc might play later on. And no Steve Smith. That's surprising. And no David Warner. David Warner does not play Shield. I'm surprised Steve Smith is not actually playing this game. Or Mitchell Starc, because they are full bill of health. Maybe Mitchell Starc wants a rest, which does help our team a lot. So Henry Hunt come opening the batting with good old Connor McInerney. So it's a depleted New South Wales attack. Well, I'll say depleted because there's no Starc, Hazlewood and Lyon, because Lyon does play a lot of Shield games, to be fair. He will play if he's fit. So it's an inexperienced New South Wales team. Liam Hatcher's had a very good season, actually, to be honest. So who will take the first ball? Connor McInerney. And I think Liam Hatcher is going to open. And it's a no ball to start with. A no ball. How does that happen? How do you bowl a no ball in the first ball of your innings? I don't understand that. So, young Edwards comes in, length ball defended by McInerney. No run. Yeah. He hasn't got glasses on, Conor McInerney, which tells me that is not Conor McInerney because there's no glove. There's no glasses. He's not wearing glasses. So that might be Mackenzie Harvey, actually. There's no scoreboard at the moment. Actually, it might be, that is Mackenzie Harvey. In fact, that is Mackenzie Harvey. No, Conor McInerney is notorious for wearing glasses when batting, a bit like Chris Rogers-esque. And there's no glasses, so I think that is Mackenzie Harvey for some weird reason. I don't know why he is playing Sheffield Shield. He's more of a dasher, more of a hitter. LBW shouts! Too high, I think. That nipped back off the seam to Warney, to Henry Hunt. Though Henry Hunt, he does make scores, Henry Hunt. He makes a lot of ducks. Let's see the replay. Yeah, just a bit high. So he's a bit of a mixed bag, Henry Hunt. You either make a really big score or make a low score. But back to Mackenzie Harvey. I don't know why Mackenzie Harvey is more of a white ball player. Jack Edwards comes in. Oh, that's LBW. That's even closer. Not out, says the umpire. That was real close, closer than the first one. Long way. He's probably just outside the line there, Henry Hunt. Oh, that looks absolutely plum. But I think he's just outside the line. You cannot be given LBW if your pad is outside the off stump. Otherwise, that would have been plum. Warning shot. 2 warning shots. So Edwards comes in. It's a good start by Edwards, apart from the no ball. Length ball away from the right-hander. And Henry Hunt not moving his feet there. So they've just, well, there's no really excuse for Harvey plays big bash, but not Henry Hunt. There's no excuse for this. Move your feet, son. You've been playing Prem cricket. Edwards comes in. Oh, seams in. That's a great carry. Look at that carry to Josh Phillip. Catches that on his head. So there's no excuse for Henry Hunt to be flat-footed here because he doesn't play big bash. He's been playing Premier League cricket in the South Australian division, and they play red ball cricket. So a bit of concrete feet for Henry Hunt, and that's 0 for 2. Sorry, it's another no ball. So Liam Hatcher will open. I presume it will be Liam Hatcher. We'll wait and see. It is Liam Hatcher, who's had a good Sheffield. He's had a great Sheffield Shield. He's one of the leading wicket takers in the Sheffield Shield, along with Fergus O'Neill and Doggett. He's had a really good season, Hatcher. Not quick, not express, but he's got very good skills. Seam bowler, 130 Ks. Comes in, wide down leg side, good take, Josh Phillip. Okay, so if anyone knows what I'm drinking, usually I like Farmers Union, but in today's cost of living, you got to take the cheapest one, don't you? Got to make sacrifices in the cost of living world. Politicians don't make sacrifices, they get paid more. So Liam Hatcher comes in. Slower ball, wow. Look at that. I don't think he meant that. That was a slower ball outside off stump, and Mackenzie Harvey almost plays it back to him. Love to see a replay of that again, especially from the bowler's hand. He just lost his technique. See his elbow there just not straight as he releases the ball. So that was a attempted slow ball, but just didn't work out. So we'll try again. Hatcher comes in. Outside off, defended. If Mackenzie Harvey would have got out to that would have summed up his Shield career, wouldn't it? It's a nothing ball. So Jack Edwards, slow ball. Oh, for fuck's sake, man! You almost got out the first fucking time he bowled the slow ball and you've chopped on. What a muppet! What an absolute muppet this Harvey Mackenzie is. Dickhead, man. You almost exactly the same ball. Two balls ago. Slow outside off. You almost chipped it back to the bowler, and now you've chopped on. You've chopped on. What an idiot! Look at that. Concrete feet. Big bash player. 1 for 2. Dickhead, man. Look at that. Look at that. No feet. Concrete feet. Went nowhere. Fucking dog shit, man. This is the best the Prem's got. There are hundreds of good opening players in the Premier League, man, and we are playing spoiled little brat kids. Spoiled little brats. There's no business even being in this fucking team, man. Mackenzie Harvey. No business. Bollocks, man. Absolute bullshit. No business being in this fucking team. Look at that. Look at that. Well, I'll just reach out outside off stump, six lengths away from the stumps. No footwork. Out. Chopped on. Dickhead, man. What a dickhead. So 1 over in and I'm already fucking enraged. So Nathan McSweeney comes in. There are hundreds of players in the Premier League that have scored hundreds in the Premier League just recently. No, we're going to go back to reputation. We're going to go back to a power hitter that's played Big Bash, hasn't had any technical form. And look at that, just chops onto a fucking slower ball as well. What a load of garbage, man. I fucking hate this team sometimes, bro. I hate this fucking team. I love this team, but I fucking hate the selectors, man. So Hatcher comes in. McSweeney leaves it. Crap, man. Fucking crap. Hatcher comes in, 4 ball, good work by McSweeney, getting a full face to the bat nicely. I like how he played that, McSweeney. Look at that technique compared to Mackenzie Harvey. So here's the Mackenzie Harvey again. He's on one knee, man. He's on the one knee. He's proposing to his wife, and doesn't even move his feet. That's just a T20 Big Bash League bullshit shot. That's pathetic, man. And I can't believe we've played him in this game. That's bullshit. That is complete fucking bullshit. Excuse me while I go off camera. So Edwards comes in. Left alone outside off stump. One over. It's only taken one fucking over, and I'm already enraged with this team because of bullshit shots like that. He should be nowhere near playing the Premier League, Mackenzie Harvey. The Sheffield Shield. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Oh. Almost gets bowled, Henry Hunt. He leaves that ball and it just goes over the stumps. He is living dangerously. He's had already 2 LBW shouts, and that ball just went over the stumps. That came back into outside off stump, seamed back into the stumps, and Hunt just prayed it went over the stumps. And it did. That would have been 2 for 1. 2 for 2, sorry. Why does our top order always fail? Why does our top order always fucking do this? It's what happens when you keep playing the same 2 players. Look what happened with England in the Ashes. What's his name? Crawley and Duckett. Never got starts. How can you set a foundation when your openers constantly fail? So Edwards 4 ball. Yeah, good play by Hunt. That's a much better shot. At least got his pad out of the way. Still missed time though, pick up a couple, 2 runs. From a coaching perspective, how the fuck can you lay foundations for a batting innings when your openers constantly fail? Just put so much pressure on good players like McSweeney, Alex Carey, Jake Lehman. You just build pressure on them, and they don't need that. But that's also coaching by picking these guys. Edwards, seamed in almost. Sweeney almost chops that on. It's good bowling by Edwards. They will pick up a single though. Now that was a problem with England in the Ashes. Their openers never got away. Never got away. They've just put constant pressure on Joe Root, constant pressure on Harry Brook. Joe Root, that was a really strange series Joe Root had because he scored 200s. He finally got the 100 that he needed, yet in between those tests, but when he got hundreds, he was awful. He didn't make any runs. So it was a really strange series. I think he only made 350 runs, so it wasn't a really good series. Those 200s at the first test and the 5th test made him look really good. But in between them, the whole lot of nothing. And that was pressure. That's pressure by the openers failing. Same with Harry Brook. Harry Brook was awful series, flopped. And he made starts, Harry Brook. He made good starts. Gave it away. But the openers put too much pressure on the good players. Like the Weatherall and Travis Head. McSweeney caught on the crease there. No footwork whatsoever. But he will pick up 2. Head and Jake Weatherall. Jake Weatherall didn't make a lot of runs. I understood that. But Jake Weatherall and Head were still there. They set a foundation. They set, they broke all kinds of records in that series. Weatherall and Head. They were the first batsmen since Langer and Hayden to score 50-run partnerships in 3 consecutive tests in a 5-test series. So they broke records. And it really let Labuschagne. I thought Labuschagne in a couple of tests was okay. Smith had an okay series. But it was just the foundations led by the openers. Well, I felt like Labuschagne and Smith had better series than Brook and Ollie Pope. Well, Ollie Pope got dropped in the end, to be honest. Then Bethel scores 100. So, but like I said, it's also coaching. There are hundreds of players in the State Premier League. I was a State Premier League player. I know this. I know the system. There's hundreds of players that making runs. And you bring back a player that gets out to a ball like that, slower ball outside off, and he chops it on because he can't move his feet. You kidding me? Good. This is actually good bowling by Hatcher and Edwards. They're pitching the ball up. They're attacking the stumps. McSweeney is a very nervous starter, so it's a good plan. So is Hunt, to be fair. So it's a really good plan. Really good plan. So Hatcher comes in with that full ball shape away from McSweeney. I'll update the scoreboard. You want for 8. So, yep, you're with us. That's all right. 148. And this is a must-win for the Redbacks. They have to win this game. So first spot is Victoria. Looks like they're going to pummel Queensland. So Queensland second, Redbacks third. So if Queensland lose and we win, we go to second. Play shot. We can have our 1 foot in the final. So this is why this game's important, because if New South Wales win this game, Hatcher comes in. That's an edge. That's gone. And McSweeney's gone. Edged it to first slip. Another good bowling by Liam Hatcher. And McSweeney, once again, he can't catch a break, this guy. He cannot catch a break. So I pitched off stump and then seamed away from his body. Picks up the edge. Really good bowling. Nice and full. He has to play at it. And that's 2 down. And South Australia in trouble. And a must-win game, because like I've said, there's only 3 points. There's 3 points separating second and fourth. So it's Victoria's final. They'll be playing in the MCG, or Grand Junction, no matter what. But it's wide open for New South Wales, Queensland, and New South Wales to finish second. This game is so crucial. And we're in trouble. 2 for 8. Really good bowling. Really good bowling by Liam Hatcher. Big deflection. So Jason Sanger, one of the heroes in the last year's Shield final, made 100. He's had a poor year, Jason Sanger, to be honest, compared to last year. 2 for 8, bit of trouble. Henry Hunt's also had a couple of scares, and that was the end of the over. So Jack Edwards comes in, wide outside off left alone. Like I said with Henry Hunt, you don't know what you're going to get with him. Oh, LBW, not out, just outside the line. He's living so dangerously, Henry Hunt. But he's just what's saving him is just getting his pad outside the line, outside of off stump. Because that looked absolutely plumb again. That looked absolutely plumb again. Yeah, just outside the line. So that's now 3 LBW shouts that Henry Hunt survived there, and they've all been very close. That's good bowl. It's good bowling by New South Wales. They realise that these are nervous starters and they're pitching the ball up. They want them playing shots. Slower ball. No ball called. So it's really smart bowling. And look at Hunt there. No foot. Well, there was footwork because he got his pad outside the line, but nowhere near that ball. It's now 3 LBW, well 4. We won't count the other one because that was high. But that's 3 LBW shouts that Henry Hunt survived, and they could have been given. They're all good calls by the umpire. They're all good calls. 2 of them outside the line, 1 of them height. They're all good calls, but they could have, umpires are not perfect, especially with no reviews in the Sheffield Shield. That would have been 3 for 9. We would have been all sorts. Puts a lot of pressure on Lehman and Carey. Jack Edwards comes in. 4-ball Yorker. Well played by Hunt. That's much better. Long stride forward. It's good bowling. This is really good bowling. Oh, seaming in. You look so nervous, Hunt. So nervous. He's made runs because he's not playing Big Bash. He's playing in the Premier League. He's made runs in the Premier League. No excuse for this. Looks like he hasn't picked up a bat in 10 years. I know he's a nervous starter, but there's being a nervous starter and not, your technique going down. Come on, man. That's another no ball from Jack Edwards. And beats the edge. Playing a miss. Playing a miss. Yeah, so Hunt on the replay there, he's getting his pad outside the off stump. So he's doing his best to negate the seam that comes into the stumps for the LBW decision. So that's good technique, but at the same time his bat's nowhere near it, which is bad technique. Just needs to adjust. Just needs to adjust the timing of his shots. And if I'm a bowler, I'm still staying there. Now Senga's a bit different here. Senga's an attacking player, so if you pitch it up, he will play his shots. So in the field, there's a field change. Deep point goes back. So Hatcher, oh, that's a beauty. And there's no way Senga's going to nick that. Comes into off stump and then moves away from Senga. All you got to do is hope you don't hear the noise off the bat when a ball like that comes your way, either from the bat or the stumps. This is really good by Hatcher. Comes in. Well, leg side. There's a shout there for caught behind leg side. The umpire says not out. Might have been just off the shirt. Good take, Josh Phillip. Good take, Phillip. 2 for 9. Yeah, just clipped his shirt. Good decision by the umpire. Hatcher comes in. Wow, that's way wide. That's Steve Humberson's back. Oh, not giving it wide. Gee, wow. Oh, that's not even. You could have 3 sets of stumps on the offside and it still wouldn't have hit. Sanger gives an umpire a bit of a stare. I don't blame him. Probably won't help your cause for an LBW decision. But, gee, that should have been a wide. So Hatcher comes in. Length ball defended. Two for 9. Oh, another play and a miss. Oh, this is tremendous bowling by Hatcher. Look at the carry. Phillip catches that head height. That's where you want him as a keeper, don't you? Thank God Stark isn't playing. Because there's a lot of grass on that pitch, especially in the middle where it's just outside off stump in that full length. There's a big patch of grass just outside off stump on the full length, and they're just laser like Hatcher and Edwards. There's a shelf LBW, but that's too high for me. That's thigh paddish. Umpire quickly says not out. So what makes the grass so dangerous is seam bowling. So if the ball is wobbling outside the bowler's fingers and it starts to wobble and hits that patch of grass, it will either seam in or seam out. And you've got no way of predicting that as a batsman because the bowler doesn't even know. It's a lucky dip. So there's just a bit of that patch of grass just outside the off stump, and they're targeting that. They're really targeting that Liam Hatcher and Jack Edwards. That was the end of the over. That was a maiden, in fact, by Liam Hatcher. Jack Edwards comes in. Oh, beats the edge again. So what the batsman can do is probably bat outside their crease to negate that bit of grass that's outside off stump. It's the only thing they can really do. Jack Edwards comes in. That's wide and 4, and that's a good shot by Hunt. That should be 4. No need to run that. That's a great shot. Much better from Henry Hunt. Full and wide. Into the slot. Look at that. Moves his foot outside the line, Hunt, and middles it. Hatcher comes in. Full and wide in again. That's 4. No, you just got a hand to it. There's no filter there. This should just roll for 4. He just beats the fielder. So that's 2 good shots there by Henry Hunt. 2 full and wides by Edwards. It's a good shot. 2 whipping shots. So 2 falls in a row. Full and wide again, and oh, he leaves that alone. Showing content. He's content with the 2 boundaries. Oh, I thought that was going to be, that is the same ball as the last 2. And Hunt's decided to let that go. Sometimes you've got to know your limits. Good batting. Survived from some LBW decisions. Oh, that's a good ball by Edwards. That's a good comeback ball. Just a little bit straighter. It's still full, but just a little bit straighter. Hound defends. It's a good contest here. Very good contest. Short and wide. Hunt lets it go. Okay, I thought he was going to put that in the stands, but he lets it go, and that's the end of the over. It's a crowd at the SCG. Some people watching, the members, up in the cathedral. So the cathedral, the Paddington end. The grandstand there inside the Sydney Cricket Ground. So Edwards to continue. Leg side, a shout for caught behind, but again, I think it's off the shirt. Off Singer. Okay, you're 2 for 17. You do not want to get out down the leg side to a shot like that. Yeah, just flip the shirt. Geez, if Hatcher keeps this up, he might get a test match against Bangladesh in August. So Hatcher comes in. Oh, beats the bat. Beautiful bowling. Sanger has to play at it because if it goes straight on and he doesn't play at it, he gets LBW. And if you don't offer a shot, umpire just dies to get you out. So he has to commit to that. Just seems away. It's a beauty. Can't do anything about that. You just have to hope you don't hear any wood sounds, whether from the stumps or the bat. Fallen wide, and Sanger leaves that alone, surprisingly. So he's not sure of himself. Sanger, and he's an attacking minded player. Even he looks nervous, so it's hard starting. Hatcher outside the line, no shot played. Some clouds around the SCG. What the Redbacks don't need is rain. That would be disastrous. Because if Queensland are going to get done by Victoria, which looks like that way, that's good bowling again by Hatcher. If Queensland lose and South Australia draw, yes, they'll overtake Queensland, but you only get 3 points. In margin, so they'll be ahead by 1 point. So so will New South Wales. So New South Wales got a bonus point today for making 200 before 100 overs. Seeing a caught on the crease LBW, but that's just a bit too high. Bit too high. So yeah, 3 points separate second and fourth. So Victoria's out on 41 points, Queensland 26, South Australia 25, New South Wales 24. So a rain's not this. If it's a draw, it's not a disaster by any means. They'll overtake Queensland if Queensland go on to lose, but it means New South Wales are also right there with them. They get the points as well, so they share the points. Which means if the South Australia do win, they separate their game from New South Wales. If it's a draw and New South Wales win the next game in South Australia lose it, then it's goodbye. So that's why a draw isn't really good. It isn't really that good. Change of bowling. Really good spell by Edwards and Hatcher, and Hadley comes on. Good tall bowler. And they'll pick up a single. Hadley comes in. Why? Oh, wow. That is a really poor shot by Jason Singer. No footwork. It was wide. It was 6 stump length. He chased after it. 0 footwork. Almost edges it to the keeper. He's looking really nervous to me, Singer, and it's unlike him. He's not had the best year compared to last year, but that was a poor shot, to be honest. That was really poor. So Hadley comes in. Full and wide. That's a much better shot from Jason Singer. That will go to 4. Actually, has been stopped in the field, but I think it'll run away for 4. Yes, good shot. That's a much better shot by Singer. Moved his feet outside off, connected with the bat. Good timing. It's much better. More of that, please. So Hadley comes in, short and wide, through the slips, and just made for 4. No one there at 4th slip. How lucky is that? Good for us. Lucky for us, for South Australia, Senga, he chased after that, and it went between gully and fourth slip. Let's see this. Yep, so... Oh, that could have went. That could have went. He played a cut shot. It wasn't that there. It wasn't there to cut. It cramped him up. He got away with that. So lucky. But we'll take the 4. We'll take the 4. Comes in down the leg side. He'll pick up a single to fine leg. And it's a drinks break. A drinks break. We're going to take a short break. Ooh. We're going to take a short break. A short drinks break. And we are back from the drinks break. Just a short 2-minute drinks break. Hatcher comes in. Hatcher continues. Outside off stump, left alone. Hatcher comes in. Left alone. We're supposed to have a drinks break every hour. That's 9 overs in 1 hour. That is deplorable. That's a horrible over rate. So Hatcher defended. What is the delay between balls? Now they want more sort. They just had a drinks break to sort that out. So more sawdust coming on you had the entire drinks break to do that. Hatcher finally comes in. Defended, left alone. 9 overs per hour. That is terrible. That is shock. That's absolutely disgraceful. It's a fucking Shield game, for fuck's sake. Hatcher comes in, full and wide, left alone. There's just no excuse for that. There's no excuse for that. Look how slow he's walking back. He's almost like he's slower than a fucking snail. It's like a snail's funeral. Mate, just bowl. And then the umpires look back 3 times, mate. What the fuck are you doing? I've seen a fucking snail's funeral faster than that. Fuck's sake. Look at the umpire looking at him. Look at him. Finally, Hatcher comes in. Wide outside off. That's the over. That took 4 minutes to bowl that over. That is disgraceful. And the umpire's going to have a little word with him here. And he is going to have a word with him. Mate, you're taking too slow. You hurry up. That's good umpiring, that. He's taken 4 minutes. I understand the first 2 overs for sawdust, but you had a drinks break to sort out the problem. And then 1 ball in, he said, "Oh, I need more sawdust." And then he's just walking back to his run up. Walking back. He's not like fast walking, it's just little steps. And the umpires had a word to him saying, "Mate, hurry up and bowl. You don't need to take 4 minutes to bowl a fucking over." I was a Prem captain. I never had an overrate problem. Why have these got an overrate problem? I took 2 minutes to bowl my overs. 2. And I'm a pacer. Or pacer. Took 2 minutes. I was the captain and I was my own bowler. 2 minutes it took me to bowl an over. 2 minutes. Ain't that hard. Ain't that hard. 9 overs per 1 hour. That's an absolute disgrace. I'm glad the umpire told him, "Move your ass." So Hadley comes in. Hunt again, LBW shout, but too high. No, in the Premier League that I played in, we had players trying to go into state squads. I was fucking one of them. I was one of them. It's competitive. It's amateur, but it's competitive. We're trying to get into the state team. It didn't take 4 overs to bowl one fucking over. 2 minutes. I don't need to change my field every fucking ball. Think I want to be out there for fucking 4 minutes walking slowly back to a run-up in 40-degree heat? You're mad. No, I just wanted to bowl my overs, get some fucking fluid into me and bowl again. Absolute, utter ridiculous. Hadley comes in. Short and wide and 4. No, it's saved by Gully. Is it? He gets a hand to it. I think it'll go for 4. He's chasing. That's 4. Well done. Good work, Singer. 3 boundaries. Yeah, so that was... Yeah, that was knocked down by Gully, but he did get a hand to it, but it was really nicely timed. Look at Hadley. He's just getting on with it. He's just turning around bowling, and that's it. Comes in. Oh, LBW shut. That's dead. That is absolutely out for me. Not out. Wow. He left that ball alone, so that's a mental error from the batsman, and it came seaming in. Gee, when you leave the bat, when you leave alone, when you don't play a shot to a ball like that and it comes seaming in, umpire gives you every chance to give it out. That is very lucky. Let's see the replay here. That was absolutely plumb for me. And Sanger, he didn't even look. He was just hoping the finger didn't go up. That looked absolutely plumb. When you leave a ball like that alone and it goes on to hit your pads, you just get every reason to give you out. So Hadley comes in, 4 ball on the pads and 4. 4th boundary from Singer. Still haven't seen a replay of the LBW. So here it is here. No, that's the 4 ball. That's the previous ball that he hit for 4. If you leave a ball and it hits your pads, you give it every reason to give you out. Because it can't be outside the line, you're not playing a shot. So it only needs to be clipped. The umpire in his mindset thinks if it's just even clipping a little bit, I'm going to give you out. So here we go. Now this is the replay of that ball. Outside off. Comes in. Oh, wow. That is absolute plum. I have to look at it from the other angle, but that view looked as dead as it can be. Here we go. That's out. That should be out. That is absolute plum. Well, we've got away with that. South Australia and Jason Sanger has not played a shot. The ball, it wasn't even like 5th or 6th stump line. It pitched just outside off stump and came seaming in. That should be out. That is very, very lucky. That is very, very lucky. So the umpire with these LBW decisions, he doesn't want to give anything out here. There's been a few. There's been a 3 from Hunt, mind you. One of them did look like it was going to go over. Then the second and third one looked very close. Might have got his pad outside the line. But that was definitely plumb, that one from Sanger. That's as plumb as you get. Lucky. So change of bowling. Hatcher comes off. Charlie Stubbo comes on. Could have been sick. Could have been 4 for 10. Could have been 4 for 10, the Redbacks. Then you're in all sorts of trouble. You're in all sorts of trouble to save this game. So maybe luck on our side. Stubbo outside off, left alone. What I hope I don't get is another LBW decision and it looks high or looks outside the line. The umpire gives it out for a make-up call. Hope that isn't the case. Oh, there's an LBW decision, but too high. It's a 5 pad. No one even really appealed, to be honest. Because if you give that out, well, that's definitely a make-up call from the last one. But no one appealed. So Stubbo comes in. Oh, seams back in, close to the stumps. Hunt left it alone. It's a good leave. Chronic knee pain. I've got chronic knee pain. All those overs net bowling for 20 years playing cricket, I have. And then you get told you're too slow to play for state, and then someone that's not talented as you but quicker gets the nod. I've never been okay with that. And I'm not talking about Chad Sayers. Chad Sayers is a good man. I know Chad, not as much as some of the other boys, but I know Chad. I played with him, against him, when he was playing for Woodville in the Premier League. He's a good man, Chadwick. But there's been some other bowlers that have played 2-3 games for the Redbacks that, with all due respect, were nowhere near as talented as me, but they got in because they were quicker. And I've never been well with that. Well, I quit the sport because of that. I actually quit the sport. So there's some insight. I actually quit the sport for 6 years. And then came back randomly as a keeper on one random day. Well, at least I became a coach, got a coaching degree. I've never been okay. And it's not personal between those players that got picked. No, it's not their fault, but it's more selection and state selectors that I've beef with. Another good shot by Sanger. 4 ball, that's for 4. So he's living dangerously, Sanger, but he's getting bat on ball. Goes to 25. He really shouldn't be there. And I'm not talking about Sanger is one of the players. Sanger only played for South Australia last year from New South Wales. But what I mean is that just for that ball, so he's living dangerously. Shouldn't be out there. He got away with an LBW decision. But no, there are some bowlers that have played for the Redbacks over the years, and you think, how the fuck have you got there and I haven't? Hadley comes in, 4 ball, well defended by Sanger. Good ball, nicely defended. Hadley comes in, beats the bat, playing a miss. Oh. Hadley bowls, Singer puts his bat away, no run. It's a good over this by Hadley. So Hadley comes in. Beats him again. Good bowling. That was a genuine play and miss by Singer. So Josh Phillips up to the stumps. He thinks he's Alex Carey. Oh, LBW shout, looks like that was going down for me. Not out, says the umpire. Another LBW shout. Geez, we've got about 6 or 7. But that did look like it was going down. See, when the keeper, see, this is it. It's also the umpire can use the keeper as a guide, because if the ball is going down leg side and the keeper moves to it, the umpire will use that as a guide to say, well, we don't think it's hitting the stumps because your keeper is moving to save that that ball, to save it going from 4. So yeah, so he takes he's down leg side there, Philip, which indicates for me that the ball was going down leg side, which it was on the replay. So it's good umpiring again. Stobo comes in. Edged off the keeper. Slip's got it. It's gone. That's out. And Henry Hunt was living dangerously. He was living dangerously. That's a difficult catch. It's always tough when the keeper's at the stumps, and it's a little deflection off the keeper. And then it's gone to first slip. That is out. It's a good catch. So Henry Hunt riding his luck, couldn't do it then. It's 3 for 42. Alex Carey comes to the crease. So let's see here. No, in fact, there's no deflection of the keeper. So the keeper moves to the right to cover the off stump. It's a great catch in the slip. I don't know who the catcher is. I'm just trying to find that out. Literally, it would be Steve Smith, but he's not playing for New South Wales. That's Curtis Patterson. It might be Curtis Patterson. That's a great catch. So he would have been he would have saw that late Patterson. That's either Patterson or Constus. It's Patterson. That's a great catch by Patterson. It's a really good catch. So the keeper moved to his left. So Patterson wouldn't have saw that till very late. So Alex Carey into the crease. In trouble, 3 for 42. He's batting 5th, Alex Carey. That's actually where I like him, to be honest. I don't like him at 7. He gets caught with the tail too much. Good stride forward, bat on ball. So they're in some trouble, the Redbacks. There isn't much lower order batting, to be fair. There's no Menenti. Not that he's made any runs this season. So there's no Menenti. He's at the T20 World Cup. With his brother Harry. So the tail is Lloyd Pope, Buckingham, McAndrew, and Doggett. They can all score runs on their day. They can all score some runs, but in a game like this, you wouldn't want to rely on them, to be honest. So after Carey, there's Lehman, and then Liam Scott. So it's just Lehman and Liam Scott to left. So there's not much batting left after this pat. It's just Lehman and Scott. So it's a long tail. So it means Carey, Sanger, Lehman, or Scott they're going to have to make some runs. They're going to have to have a couple of, I think 2 or 3 of them would have to get into the 50s or make 100. Pushing up 2 hour stream. We'll be here for another hour. So Hadley going to continue. Oh, wow. Carey going for a big, big slash. Mistimes it. It could have went anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. No footwork, concrete feet. It's not a good shot by Alex Carey. He's got to be better than that. So one thing that does let him down, he could be a good, he is a good batsman, but he could become a great batsman if he stopped playing up balls like that. Hadley comes in, down leg side, well done, Carey. He'll pick up a couple here. It's good running. Oh. Hadley comes in. Seemed away, hit Carey on the pad. No appeal because it was down leg. Hadley comes in. Oh, just beats the edge. Just beats the edge of Carey. That's a good ball by Hadley. Pitched on off stump, moved away. That is good bowling. That's really, really good bowling. Hadley comes in. Outside off. Good shot, Carey. Could not beat the fielder, though. Point. Good shot, though. Okay, that's good footwork by Carey. Just couldn't beat the fielder. Oh, gee. Carey advances. And then just defends it to mid-off for a single. It's the end of the over. Oh. So Charlie Sobo will continue. Josh Phillips, absolute stumps. Charlie Sobo comes in. Carey mistimes it onto the back pad. Good shot by Carey, who can't beat the fielder. It's good bowling this by Charlie Sobo. Nice tight bowling. He isn't quick. He's bowling 125. But he's just keeping a good line. Very good line. Oh, Carey, big shot. All the way for 6. Look at that. Well, Carey said enough of this. Look at that. Square leg, slaps it. And that has gone miles back. That's into the stands. That is 3rd row. Well, Alex Carey says, I'm going to have none of this medium time stuff. I'm going to smack it all the way for 6. Past square leg. It's a hell of a shot. Because if he misses it, he's going to get bowled. That's a big 6. And because it's shield, the bowlers have to get the ball over. They have to go over the fence and get the ball. Massive 6 by Carey. Stobo comes in. Carey cuts, can't beat the fielder at cover point. 6 off the over. 3 for 52. Excuse my yawning. I'm just tired. I'm tired. My knees hurting, my legs hurting, my arm, my head, everything's hurting. We're going to change your bowling. Hadley comes off, Jack Edwards comes in. Good shot, Singer. Can't beat the fielder. Right, that's a very good shot. So he came out of his crease there, full face to the bat, just couldn't beat mid off. That's more better, that's more positive. It's a good shot. So Jack Edwards comes in. Nicely defended. He's bowled well, Jack Edwards, to be honest. He hasn't got many wickets, but he's bowled well. Edwards comes in. Edge. Oh, past the slips for 4. It's Sanger again riding his luck. He goes hard at it, but there's no one between gully and 4th slip. And goes to 4. Well, if you're going to play like that, you might as well go hard at it. Edwards, slightly straighter ball. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's That's good batting and bowling. So it was the same ball, but Edwards just a little bit straighter. And Sanger said, nah, I'm not going to play at that. It's good bowling, good batting, good cricket all around. So that's a bowler. That's a bowler trying to set up a batsman, and that's a batsman saying, nah, I'm too good for that. Go to another plan. So Edwards comes in. Shorter. Oh, that surprised Singer. He got hit in the glove there. This is good. This is a good contest here between Singer and Edwards. So Edwards comes in. Left the line, almost comes back onto the stumps. That was even straighter. So that's a good setup there by Jack Edwards. So he bowls the slightly wide ball that Singer went after. He goes straighter. Singer leaves that, and then he goes straighter, and it seams back in, and Singer almost loses his off stump. It's really good bowling. And that is a second drinks break. Second drinks break. So an hour left to go. Hour left to go. So Jack Edwards, 5 overs, none for 19. Liam Hatcher, fantastic. 5 overs, 2 for 3. Hadley expensive, 0 for 25 off 4 overs. And Charlie Stobo, who's been very good, 3 overs, 1 for 7. So economy weights, Jack Edwards 3.8, Liam Hatcher 0.6. That's brilliant. Hadley expensive at 6.2, and Charlie Stobo has been excellent at 2.3 economy rate. Carey on 8 from 15, and Singer 25 from 41. So the last hour of the day. We're back for day 2. I don't know if I'll do a watch along for day 2, but we'll see. Maybe for day 4, maybe the last day. If there's a day 4, what's today? Thursday. Yeah, maybe Saturday. Maybe Saturday we'll do a if there's a day 4. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow in the morning from 10 to 12. We'll see. See what's going on. Stobo shot. Oh, that is plumb but outside leg stump. The ball needs to pitch inside it, and it just outside. So Carey mistimed that. He went for a huge shot there, Alex Carey. He wanted to smack that smack that for 6 past fine leg and got all pad, but you cannot be given out if the ball pitches outside of the line. So Carey chipped. Oh, that could have went anywhere. No footwork outside off stump. Carey went for a massive cover drive, and then it chipped past the bowler over his head. That is so lucky. Goodness gracious me. The scoreboard's flattering. It could be 5 for 10. Could be 5 for 10. Couple of close calls. The LBW to saying that should have been out. So the score could be 5 for 10. Still need another 150 runs. Like I said, Carey, Liam, Singer, Scott. They need to make majority of the runs because there's not much batting to come. This is good by Stobo. He's really keeping Singer and Carey pinned on the crease here. Keepers up. They want to come forward to him. This is good. This is good bowling. Very good bowling. Similar to what we saw with Nisa and Boland to Carey, with Carey coming up to the stumps. So Stobo coming in. Dropped by the keeper. He's up to the stumps. He's up to the stumps and he's dropped him. Dropped by Josh Phillip. So it was a booming drive from Singer, and he spilt the beans there. Josh Phillip, he's dropped it. Head in hands by Stobo. I reckon he's dropped this. I reckon there's an edge there. We'll have to wait to see the replay. But he looked a bit disappointed there, Charlie Stobo. I reckon that's a drop. That's the end of the over. Just paying attention to Josh Phillip. His head's down. He's walking back with his head down. I think that's a drop there. I think he's dropped that. He's dropped that cold. Here's the replay. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not. It looked like there's a gap between bat and ball. Maybe not. Body language didn't look too good. Stobo reacted like he dropped it. Let's see it from this angle. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. So Edwards comes in, defended to mid-off. So the way that Stobo and Josh Phillip reacted, it looked like they dropped that, but replay suggests otherwise. There's a huge gap. So maybe not. He's dropped a couple. Well, it wasn't a drop, but he's fumbled a couple of balls outside off stump, Josh Phillip. Carey. Oh, that's a beautiful shot by Carey. That will go for 4. Between the slips, between gully and fourth slip. Premeditated cut. Look at that. Nicely played. Just waited the ball to come to him. Full face. No need to run for that. Save your legs. Good work by Carey. Carey smacks it for 4. Does he? No, he can't beat the fielder. Another good shot. Just can't beat the cover. The fielder at cover point. Good shot there by Carey, like full face of the bat. Hit it to the fielder. So Carey's starting to pick up the pace here. Field change. Point goes back on the boundary. Final. Oh, that's poor bowling. That field, you've just changed the field for your bowler, and he bowls leg side. This might go for 4 here. Yeah. There's cover there, protection. They'll come back for 2. So poor. That's such poor bowling. Captain set a field for you, and you do the opposite. So he moved deep point back on the boundary. So he's encouraging Edwards to bowl full and straight or full and wide. And he says, I'm going to bowl leg side. So Edwards comes in. Oh, that is 4. That is 4 wides. Wow. Oh, good effort on the boundary there. Very good effort. Wow, that's wides there. Goodness me. That's way down leg side. Josh Phillip had no chance, but he's actually bowled it that wide that it's gone to fine leg. Fine leg's got there because of the angle coming across. And he hasn't even gave that wide. Wow. It's angling across. Well, nonetheless, that's a good dive there by fine leg. Good dive. That's the end of the over. That's a poor piece of bowling. So the captain says, all right, you want to bowl outside off, we'll give you some protection. And then Edwards has said, well, I want to bowl leg side and bowl very leg side. Almost four byes leg side. Good effort on the fine leg there. Who's that? It's Liam Hatcher. So Stobo will continue. Sango away from his body, that's dangerous. Picks up a single. Right, will Carey go big here? He targeted Stobo last over, and took him for 6. Will Carey do the same thing? So square leg goes back. In fact, the keeper's gone back here. So Josh Phillips gone back to his normal position. Fine leg has dropped. There's a short. Yeah, see, this is the Ashes plan they said to Carey. So they've put in a short fine leg. So you'll see some leg side bowling here. So this is the same plan they used in the Ashes for Alex Carey here in New South Wales. Stobo comes in, chipped. Oh, wow, just short of mid-off. And that plan almost came off again. So it was a wide ball. They put in a fight and short leg. It was a wide ball by Stobo. Carey thought it was going to go leg side because he moved back. No footwork. Chips it in the air and mid-off. That should have been out. Who's that? That's Constas. Sam Constas. Love to see the replay here. Oh, he's in La La Land, Sam Constas. That should have been out. That was chipped right in his path. He's a little bit... He's actually very deep, Sam Constas. That should have been out. That really should have been out. That's poor by Constas. And so they don't bowl there. That's insult to injury. Carey says, I'm going to smack you for 4 through the pads. It's not what you want. Well, Sam Constas, half asleep, sleep at the wheel. Carey makes him pay. And that leg side plan almost worked. Stobo comes in. No ball. Worked on the leg side. Gee, that was an early call by the umpire. He must have been really off. So the run rate is ticking over. Run rate is really ticking over with Carey. Keeper up to the stumps now. With Sanger. Stobo comes in. Edge, but not near the slips. Just short of the slips. So he is making something happen here, Charlie Stobo. Charlie Stobo comes in, length ball, well defended. It's good bowling. It's making some every ball something's happening with Stobo. He's just not getting the luck. That was really unlucky for Carey or for Stobo with the Carey mid-off scoop because that I think Sam Constas was having a little bit of a snooze there. The bed and breakfast for Sam Constas and wakey, mate. Too late. He's so deep as well. So that leg side plan almost comes off again. I reckon Carey would have lost his mind if that would have been out. So this is good. This is a good little partnership here with Carey and Sanger. Thank God Carey can play state cricket. Unlike Head, who doesn't. Carey loves playing for his state. He made 100 in the Shield final. Carey says that's his biggest achievement. That's saying something. That's really, really saying something. Because he's made a few hundreds in his Test career, Alex Carey. And to say a Shield 100 in that final in Adelaide was one of his best innings, that says a lot. Says really a lot. Loves his Shield. And he has to dig South Australia out of a hole here. 3 for 72, chasing 202. Well, not chasing, but trying to get past the 202 mark for a lead. Jack Edwards comes in, slower ball. Carey just plays it to mid-off. We are 2 hours into the stream. We probably will head off at 5:30 local time. So Edwards comes in, another no ball, smacked by Carey, but there is protection at that deep cover point. There's a guy protecting the boundary, just a single. So Jack Edwards continues. Left alone outside off stump. So we might end the stream, not now, but in the next half an hour. Hopefully no more wickets. If we can get 3 for 100 by stumps, that would be a really good day for us. If we lose Carey and Singer and get 5 for 80, well, New South Wales back in top, aren't they? 4 ball by Edwards, well played by Singer. Have been expensive, the New South Wales bowlers, but they have been attacking the stumps, so any movement they are getting. Because they're pitching it up full, when they do get movement, they're getting the edge. Just like that, that's a beauty, but no edge. That's an absolute beauty by Jack Edwards. Did everything right there, but just couldn't get the edge. So that pitched it off stump and then moved away from Singer. Beats the bat. Beauty. And that's happened all day, yeah. Singer's 26 on 52. Carey's 21 from 30, but they have not had it their own way. I think the scoreboard is very flattering. I think New South Wales deserve to be... There could be a legitimate argument for 5 for 20. A huge LBW decision went down for Singer when he was on 10. That he left the ball alone and it came back in. Very lucky. I think a lot of umpires give that out. Henry Hunt survived 3 LBWs. So I think the scoreboard, I think New South Wales have dominated this session. I know 3 for 74 makes it even, but I think they've dominated, in my opinion. The ball's getting older, so this is probably the luck they needed, the Redbacks. And I Carey with that scoop shot that did went to Constance, but Constance was a bit slow. A bit slow to react. And this guy's been impressive. Liam Hatcher, he's been really impressive. 5 overs, 2 for 3, comes in. Full and wide, Carey smacks at it, but mistimes it. No run. He's been really good, Liam Hatchett, one of those up and coming bowlers, along with Ferguson O'Neill. Along with Jordan Buckingham, all these bowlers. There's a lot of bowlers in the Sheffield Shield for Australia. Hatcher away movement and Carey nicked it. Oh, Carey almost nicks it. Almost edges it to slips. That moved away from Alex Carey there by Hatchett. That was a genuine off-swinger. And then it looks like a horrible shot. He plays that at 5th, 6th stump line with a swing from Hatchett. So Carey goes for a booming drive through the covers and just gets in an awful position, Alex Carey. Almost edges it. It's good bowling. Hatcher comes in. 4 ball. Oh, nicely played by Carey down the ground. Fielder is chasing. Who is that? That's big Stobo, I reckon. Look at him. He won't get there. That's 4. That's a ripping shot. Three for 80. It's a really good shot by Alex Carey. Look at it was actually Hadley, and look at him. Look at the old legs. Couldn't get there. Oh, pitched up again. Looking for movement, Hatchett. Carey attacks it, but can't beat Sam Constance in the covers. Oh, sorry, I gave them too much runs there. Oh. Hatcher again pitches up. Booming straight drive by Carey. They'll take a single. They'll take a single. Full and wide from Hatcher. Singer goes after it. Good stop. Constant or saves the boundary there. Constus doesn't save the single, but does the boundary. Good work by Constus in the cover point. It's the end of the over. 3 for 80. 3 for 80. So Hadley is a bowling change. Hadley back on. It's been expensive, Hadley. They've gone after him, especially Singer. Hadley comes in. Bang, 4. There we go. Just said that. So Singer play. Oh, gee, that is really close actually to the fielder. Who was that at slips? Almost got a hand to it. But that's 4 nonetheless. So Hadley comes in. Again, cut away. There is protection out there. Just a single. Just a single. Give me free. Give me free. Give me. Hadley comes in. Oh, wow. Good Lord. That is way down leg side. And Josh Phillip does excellent to keep that from 4 byes. The reaction of Josh Phillip tells it all. So that's actually not wides there. So poor Josh Phillip, if you didn't stop that, that's 4 byes. Keepers always got it tough, don't they? The keepers, they always got it tough. Always got it tough, them keepers. So Hadley comes in again. Short ball over. Well, that's given a wide. Given a wide. Well, if anything, the last one should have been a wide. So the second umpire at square leg said, no, that's wide for me. Give the single. So Hadley has not had a good time here. He's gone for 31 runs. He's gone at 6 and over. He's going at 6 and over compared to Hatcher is going at 2 and over. And Stobo also going at 2 and over. So he just needs to put some pressure on here, Hadley. That's easier said than done when you got Carey at one end, smacking every ball for 4. But he just needs to get some dot balls here, Hadley. Just needs to calm down. He's all over the place like a sprinkler at the moment. Be ending the stream in the next 10 minutes. Tasmania 5 for 158. Gee, there's Hadley again, way down leg side. Kerry actually bites at that. Doesn't connect it with the bat, luckily. The only thing that's going to get Alex Carey out is a silly shot like that. So we're going to go around the grounds. Goodness gracious me. Wow, look at that. So around the grounds, Queensland out for 149, Victoria 6 for 36. At stumps, what has happened there? Now, that's at the MCG, mind you, where they had all sorts of pitch problems. That is absolutely incredible. 17 wickets on day one. What has happened there? Well, I said that New South Wales, if Victoria win that game, they're going to host the final. And it would be very good news if Queensland lost that game. But, gee, it looks like Queensland are going to win that game. That means the Redbacks, if they win this game, it doesn't really mean much. They'll stay in third position. It's not what we want to see, guys. That's not what we want to see. Oh, played by Alex Carey. In fact, it's 7. In fact, I was a little bit. It was 7 for 51. 7 for 51. Nisa has taken 3 for 9. That is incredible. Don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that because because if Queensland win, South Australia have to win because they're behind Queensland on the table. So it needs to 3 for 9 and Victoria 7 for 51, who probably can afford to lose a game because they're so far in front. Remember, they lead by 15 points, so they can lose this game, and they'll still be miles in front. But a draw or better would guarantee them a home final. And that doesn't help the Redbacks. So this is a must-win for the Redbacks. If Queensland are going to win that, that's a must-win. That's 17 wickets have fallen on day one on that MCG pitch. So the curator got absolutely blasted. He got absolutely ridiculed for that Boxing Day pitch, and then 17 wickets have fell that on day one of a Shield. Oh, wow. So Hatcher. Short ball. That's it. Oh, dropped. Charlie Stobo has that carried and he's dropped it. So Sanger goes for a massive pull. Why is he pulling outside off stub? Cut it. And I think that's dropped. Let's see. That's Big Charlie Stobo. Let's see the replay here. Oh, I think it just might have bounced short. Hatcher off the pads. Oh, look at that by Stobo. Good save. Saved the boundary. So 17 wickets have fallen on day one of a Shield game in Victoria. That is crazy. That's incredible. There's still half an hour to go in that game by the way. So there's a chance. There's a chance Queensland could be in their second innings on day one. Hatcher comes in, dot ball. So Hatcher comes in, outside off, gone, out, Carey's gone. Carey is gone. Hatcher's got 3 for 10. Outside off stump. It was not a good shot by Carey. It bounced more. It actually bounced more than Carey probably anticipated. He got some bounce there, Hatcher. Oh, that climbed up on him. That's good bowling. South Australia lose a wicket just before stumps. It's Carey. It's Carey that goes. Oh, he was looking good. He was looking good. 4 for 87. So we've had 14 wickets on day one here as well. We've had 14 wickets on day one, and we've had 17 wickets in Victoria. That's not... Yeah, the ball did bounce, but that's not a good shot by Carey. That's outside off, short of a length. He's trying to chip that to third man. It's not a good shot, to be honest. That's really not good enough by Carey. 4 for 87. In comes Dahl. So we've got a night watchman. A night watchman, Doggett is in. Brendan Doggett. So the night watchman, so they're trying to protect Jake Lehmann. So South Australia have got Doggett as their night watchman coming out. That is really not a good dismissal by Carey. Down leg side, good work for Josh Phillip. So if I'm seeing it here, I'm just giving, you're on 33, but the night watchman's out for a reason. He's there to take as many balls as possible. So all Singer needs to do before stumps is just get off strike and say to Doggett, you've got this, mate. For the rest of the over. Dot ball. So we're going to 5:30 local time in Adelaide. It's almost 6 o'clock in Sydney. So there'll be probably only 2 overs left. 2 overs. And if I'm Singer, I'm letting Doggett bat every single one of those balls in the last over. Leaves it alone almost. Comes back in and chops onto the stumps. Dangerous leave. Oh, if New South Wales get Singer here, they are well and truly on top. He just needs to survive the Singer. Hope Doggett can get a 15 or 20 and Jake Lehmann comes in. There's not much batting to come after Lehmann and Liam Scott. It's a very long tail. There's no Ben Menenti. He was at the T20 World Cup. Yeah, McAndrew can score 30s or 40s on his day. So can Pope, but traditionally it's a long tail. It's a really long tail. And they haven't got a backup batsman in Neeson. So, because Carey's the keeper. So, It's really down to Sanger, Lehman and Scott to get these remaining runs for New South Wales and get kind of a 50-60 run lead. Booming drive by Sanger. No run. Can't beat the fielder. So I think it's even at this point in time. If New South Wales can get Sanger, well, for me, they'd be in front. But I think it's a very even game for me. Left alone. It's a maiden. Now, there'll be one over before stumps. Oh, no, one more ball left, sorry. 2 minutes left. So, unless Sanger pulls out twice, I think there'll be one more over left. And all Sanger needs to do is let Doggett take that entire over. Nothing too silly. And if Doggett gets out, well, that's the end of the day. So Sanger goes for a big pull shot, and that is 4. That is 4. Oh, wow, 6. That went for 6 over square leg. That's a big shot, and that might be Sanger's day done. Well, one more over to go. Doggett will take the strike. There's no reason for Sanger to get on strike now. His day is done. Big 6. And Hadley, he's been very poor this innings, in my opinion, Hadley. He's been too short, too wide. And Doggett, 6 balls, son. Keep him out. Last over of the game. Oh, sorry, of the day. We'll be back tomorrow. So Hatcher comes in. And that is 4 buys. 4 buys. Oh, that's... that is so tough on the keeper. That is so tough on the keeper. Oh, that's... Looking at the replay, Josh Phillip had no chance. What? That should be wide. If a keeper... We know how good modern keepers are. If a keeper cannot get to a ball down leg side, it should be automatically 4 rides. Automatically. Hatcher comes in. Down leg side again. Doggett doesn't bite. So 2 down the leg side. Hatcher comes in for the 3rd ball. Falling straight. Good work by Doggett. Will they take the single? They take none. Wow. They don't take a run. Well, that's fair. Well, Sanger, the other Sanger for New South Wales, he wasn't even trying to field that ball. They were just trying to suck in to get Sanger back on strike, our Sanger. In the end, no run. Not going to take the single. Sanger says, my job is done, mate. I'm going to go back to the sheds at stumps. Don't bother making me run. So Hatcher comes in. Well blocked by Doggett. 2 balls to come. Hatcher comes in, outside off, left alone by Doggett. That's all you do. And Jason Senga's work is done. You can take the helmet off the head, relax. It's all down to Doggett to keep this ball out. Last ball of the day. Liam Hatcher's been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, Liam Hatcher. So we'll end the stream after this ball. Thank you all for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hatcher down leg side between leg slip and the keeper and 4 more. Oh no, good save. Who was that at fine leg? What has happened there? They didn't. What? Is it 4? So the man at fine leg has dived, and he's gave up on it. Well, they didn't even run. The Doggett and Senga didn't. Oh, that's poor cricket. That the day is over. You got to run that. Come on, man. And they get nothing. They get absolutely nothing because none of them even decided to run. So I thought it was 4 because the fielders diving at fine leg gave up on it. So I thought he might have hit the boundary. But in the end, they didn't even run. Last ball of the day and they didn't even run. I don't even get that. That is, I'm mind blown by that. But either way, it is stumps 4 for 97. 14 wickets have fell. That's nothing compared to what's going on Victoria. We will go to that game. We're just going to check the scores before we end the stream. So, a bit of an absolute green monster. 7 for 61. Queensland got rolled for 149. And New South Wales are 7 for 61. 17 wickets have fell on day 1 at the MCG. And that curator got absolutely destroyed in the Ashes for producing a pitch like that. And he's done the same thing here. Wow, okay. So that is stumps there. We'll go to Tasmania. This game is kind of irrelevant. Tasmania 5 for 175. And Jordan Silk has just brought up a 50. So there's some scores around the ground for you. Thank you so much for watching the watch along. 3 hours in. Really do appreciate it. And goodbye for now.